On Nigerians' deportation from Saudi Arabia, visas of all 264 passengers were verified before airlifting. Air Peace replies Saudi Arabia. Abi? So there's no need putting the blame on the travel document of the people. They had their visa, they were verified before they left Nigeria for Saudi Arabia. So let's see what more that Ali Donyema has to say. Air Peace Airlines had disagreed with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on reasons stated for the deportation of 177 out of 264 Jeddah-bound passengers, saying the travel details of the passengers were shared with the Kingdom's authorities before they were airlifted out of Nigeria. Leadership reports that the government of Saudi Arabia on Monday, 12th November 2023, cancelled all visas of Nigerians on board the Air Peace aircraft to Jeddah. And upon the intervention of the Nigerian embassy, 87 passengers were allowed entry, while 177 were deported to Nigeria. Consequently, the Royal Embassy of Saudi Arabia in Abuja on Wednesday said the visas of the Air Peace passengers were cancelled because they did not fulfill the entry conditions of the Arab country. However, in a press statement by the Chief Operating Officer, Air Peace Limited, Oluwatoyin Olajide, said visas of all passengers on the said flight to Jeddah were checked and verified through the requisite procedures and were vetted to be valid before departure. So she stated further that the visas were verified using the visa confirmation platform provided by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Saudi Arabia, which confirmed the validity of each passenger's visa before they were allowed to check in for the flight. The visas were verified using the visa confirmation platform provided by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Saudi Arabia, which confirmed the validity of each passenger's visa before passengers were allowed to check in for the flight. All the visas of 264 passengers were duly verified, confirmed and accepted as authentic for the trip through the visa portal provided by the Saudi Arabia authorities. So if not, no passengers would have been able to depart from Nigeria. This is just one of two steps required before passenger is accepted on the flight to Saudi Arabia. Can you imagine? The next step is the use of the Advanced Passenger Information System, APIS. So we equally use this system to determine the admissibility or otherwise of each passenger on that flight. So the APIS was live between Air Peace reservation system and the Saudi Arabian National Travel Security Center carrier portal to transmit passenger details prior to departure to the Saudi authorities in order to further determine the admissibility or otherwise of the passengers. So no notice of cancellation or any form of denial from the Saudi authority was received against any of these passengers despite the live transmission of their details. Furthermore, the passenger manifest containing the names of all passengers on board the flight was sent ahead to the Saudi Arabian National Travel Security Center carrier portal before the flight departure. Yet, no notice of visa cancellation was received against any of these passengers. So Olajide, however, stated that immigration officers of Saudi Arabia were equally surprised that valid visas were cancelled the way it was done. So we would like to reiterate that Air Peace strictly followed the profiling procedures stipulated by the Saudi Arabian authorities, and we are still shocked that upon arrival in Jeddah, the visas of our passengers were cancelled without any cogent explanation even till now. So the immigration officers of Saudi Arabia were equally surprised that valid visas were cancelled the way it was done. While we empathize with the affected passengers for this development and assure them of our full compliance with the provisions guiding international travels, we wish to state that up till this moment, the Saudi Arabian authorities have not provided any explanation for the sudden and unexpected cancellation of the visas. This is bad. Air Peace has continued to cooperate with the authorities to unravel the issues surrounding the visa cancellation, the system, the statement said. So the truth of the matter is that these people they don't like Nigeria. That is the truth. Saudi Arabia, they don't like Nigeria. A lot of them actually are looking for a way to ground Nigeria, but God will not allow them. They know they wanted their own Arabian Air to do all of that so that the money can go back. They don't want Nigerian Airlines to work. These are the reasons why Nigerian Airlines are not working. You can imagine going to Dubai. The United Arab Emirates did not want our flights to be going there. Ethiopian Airlines, the same thing. Even to fly to Heathrow, the UK was trying to give airpiece, what they call it, Gatwick Airport to fly. No, Gatwick Airport is a minor airport in the UK. The major airport is the Heathrow from Terminal 1 to Terminal 5. Why not allow them to land there? They are using our first-hand airport in Nigeria as far as Nigerian environment is concerned. So they should allow Nigeria access to their own first-hand airport as well. So why are you trying to discriminate? Because they know that if Nigerian Airlines start working, and Ali Nonyema, kudos to Ali Nonyema and Epis, who have refused to be pressed down and to be subdued, and have been spending money, even when he's losing, he's still putting money to make sure that he keeps flying. And they don't like it because they want to see that nothing is working so that everything will be going to them. And that's a very bad one. So, and in the midst of all of this nonsense happening in Saudi Arabia, Tinubu still went to Saudi Arabia to discuss tie with them. What are you discussing with them? These people don't want the good of Nigerians. And you still haven't seen anything wrong with that. You are going to discuss business with them. They don't need us, and they need us more than we need them. That is the truth. Because you know that the market is Nigeria, the money is in Nigeria. But they don't want our system to work, so that they will use their own system to be doing capital flight or financial flight from Nigeria back to their country. It's quite unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. So what is happening now is that Saudi Arabia up to now has not been able to provide an explanation why they did that. Airpeace has come out now to confirm that they used all the processes in place, both the APIs and all that systems, to validate the people's visa before they took off from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia, including the manifest of the passengers in the flight. Okay, the manifest was sent to Saudi Arabian authorities and they confirmed it. So why canceling their visa on landing Saudi Arabia and landing Jeddah? That doesn't make sense. And sending them back. And up to now, they can't provide the reason why that thing happened. And so somebody will say probably it's because it's an Igboma that owns that flight. That is why it's happening. But this is an international discrimination. This is not against the Igbo or Yoruba or Hausa now. This is against Nigeria as a country. This is international discrimination. And I don't know what Nigerian government is going to do about it. I don't know what Tinubu can do about this. Because this is actually very, very bad. They know they want to keep subduing Nigeria, so they will continue to, provide us exorbitant services and extorting Nigerians. And that has to stop. That has to stop. Nigerian government need to borrow sense now before it is too late. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.